Nothing is lost, nothing is created, everything is transformed. It's a perfectly chosen motto for Africa Global Recycling. The business was created in the Togolese capital Lomé in 2013 and has since become a leading light in the continent's push to give rubbish a new lease of life.
I'm convinced, and I'll say it all day long, that the most important development tool at our disposal here in Africa is our rubbish, and it's still underappreciated. One of the real challenges is people who say they love what we're doing, but who don't help come up with solutions. Africa's waste management systems provide thousands and thousands of jobs, and there's a lot of materials here that can be useful to the world of fashion, whether that be plastic, textile, paper, whatever material you can think of, to make beautiful clothes for women, for men. You can get that all from rubbish. It's great, isn't it?
This recycling expert is welcoming a group of models ahead of a shoot that hopes to raise awareness of the importance of recycling for fashion. The man behind it is Jacques Logoh, founder of FIMO 228, Togo's international fashion festival.
Before we prepare a new collection, we already have a lot of rubbish in our possession. I'm talking about offcuts, threads, that sort of thing. So we thought, for this year's FIMO 228, the festival's 8th edition, we thought we'd really get involved in an effort to engage different designers, to make them understand that in order to better protect the environment, we all need to learn to manage that sort of rubbish better. Nothing is created, nothing is lost, and everything is transformed.
Organising a fashion festival during a pandemic is no mean feat. The budget's been slashed, as has the number of in-person attendees, while designers and models have been barred from travelling. Nonetheless, Jacques Logoh is ever the optimist.
Everything's been halted since the arrival of the pandemic. Designers aren't working anymore, many of them are essentially unemployed, but you can still create things just for the pleasure of it. We're dressing well, we're taking photos, we're working. And it's also about encouraging other designers who aren't stopping in the face of the pandemic.
Even though she's been selling a lot less since the arrival of COVID-19, Grace Wallace, who hails from Benin, Togo and Niger, refuses to feel sorry for herself. Her collection is an ode to birds, bees and the hope of rebirth, all underpinned by recycling.
I do a lot of embroidery, but I use fabric cut-offs to create my designs. I do a lot of embroidery with metallic thread, and all of that is wax fabric. African prints produced in the Netherlands, embroidered onto a single piece of fabric. But they remain different, discarded bits of textiles, and that's what gives that final effect.
Miguel Tofohosu from Benin is also a fan of recycling, with a preference for kitchenware. He named his label Riche ou Rien, which translates to rich or nothing in English. It took him 18 months to create his latest collection, Retour à la Source, using traditional methods.
The first dress is made from 1,200 pieces of wire sponge. It's really quite comfortable, and you can wear it pretty much anywhere. This collection is to a large extent about a village called Dahomey. Dahomey was once part of Benin, and women there collect water every morning, and they spend time with their princess as she makes her way to the king. That's the standout piece in the collection. And the last piece is an expression of the power of storms, hardships of all kinds, and it's worn by a man who pronounces that men need to take care of women and vice versa. So that's a bit of what you've experienced at this event tonight.
French designer Kimberly Anthony launched her label 2 years ago in Paris, but has since turned her attentions to Lomé, where she's working to establish a new genre-defying offering. Made in Africa, but with an international outlook.
It's masculine and feminine, like my day-to-day style. I've always been a bit of a tomboy. I like generous cuts, oversized silhouettes. I like to dress in men's and women's clothes. I try to reflect that in my collection. I wanted to make clothes that both men and women would be happy wearing. Even if there are some really feminine pieces, I wanted the overall effect to be a blurred distinction between male and female.
Christelle Anoumu is a Togolese singer who finds inspiration in fashion. She goes by the stage name Noir Velour, or Black Velvet. She's also an activist, fighting against discrimination against darker skin tones.
This pandemic has allowed us to remember what's important, what counts, and I think we're going to start coming back to trying to protect what we already have in a certain way. Whether that's the planet or whether it's our culture that we make more of an effort to celebrate. It could also be fashion, or any number of things. So I think it's actually a very good opportunity, and I really hope we're all going to make the most of it.
In defiance of the pandemic, Togo's 8th International Fashion Festival has done what it set out to, supporting and showcasing an exciting new generation of African designers.